the guy with the girl everybody wants to know. Wishing you were there alone, wondering how I ever got.
Welcome back to America Trends on U2 America. Hope you join us on U2America.com too. We're up there 24/7. We'd like to welcome to the show a woman who has a great background in art and event design. It is wedding season, and Events by Gisele, and there's her gorgeous website, is here to show us the latest in trends and about her background and what it takes to really put on an amazing event. Gisele, that's a beautiful website. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for coming in. You must be busy because we're gearing up for wedding season, right?
Yes, we are. Like the summer is coming up and spring is here, so yes, it's a wedding season.
Wedding season. So you got into this because you have a background in art and you just loved showcasing your talent, having that sort of outlet.
Yes.
And making not just a beautiful, say, a painting or a craft, you can do a whole room, a whole event.
Yes. My background in art helps me be creative and help me create the right event for the bride and groom. So whenever they have an idea, they pitch in an idea, I can elaborate on the idea and make their big day very unique and special.
So if I'm dreaming of, say, oh, look at that, Gisele, that's one of yours?
Yes.
My heavens, a lot must go into that.
This is one of the big weddings I've done, actually. This is a 500 guest wedding. And this is one of the table setting. If you notice, this is a mirror top table, big family table. So all those feast tables are very in.
It looks incredibly elegant and almost like a dream. Did the bride come to you and say, I just wanted to look like a dream, help? Or did she have something specific?
She wanted to be very special, unique, and she wanted something that's really big and different. And yes, we worked on creating all those different centerpieces, if you notice. So it wasn't only one style. This is one of the tables. This is a big, huge centerpiece on a glass high piece. And so this is how we came up with unique designs for this big wedding.
So maybe trending, it's not just one particular centerpiece. Different tables have a theme and they're a little bit different?
True. Now it's actually the trend is to create 2 to 3 different style centerpiece. They have something in common, but that creates a movement throughout. That creates a movement. If you notice, there is a high and low. So that gives you a movement throughout a big ballroom like this one, 500 guests. So you don't want anything boring going on there.
And I noticed here, this is always really important with an event, the flowers are low so the guests can see each other. And on the previous still photo, you had them very high, yes. So there was still an area for people to see and visit and have that nice engagement with each other.
Exactly. You know, usually when you sit at a table, you have to put your hand like that. Nothing should go above, so at least when you're looking at your friend, your guest sitting on the other side, you can see each other. So it's either low centerpiece or much higher centerpiece, so you don't block the view.
Now, when it comes, look at that with the candles. That's just so romantic.
It is. That's the same event, actually. If you notice how you have a different high and low centerpieces creating that one big, beautiful event.
Now, the benefits of an event planner, it might cost a little more, but the benefit of that day, first of all, not having to do it yourself, all the setup. You and I talked about earlier, you know all the best resources to get in the first place. You're not going to have someone have a bad experience with, say, someone who does the flowers who doesn't turn out in time, because you've already got your sources, your one-stop shop.
Yes, I am always looking for new vendors, because the vendors are my A-team. I put an A-team together to produce those big events. When I look into a vendor, I have to make sure they are on time, reliable, liable, very creative, and they do a good job. So because I know all those resources, I can help my client, my brides, make their big day and those big ideas come true.
Come true. That's all brides want, is a dream come true.
Yes.
That's a big job. I'll bet even on just the day of, just the ability to relax that day and have you do all the heavy lifting, so to speak, is worth the cost of engagement alone.
That's very true. They always tell me, now we can relax because they know I'm taking care of it. I have one of the groom telling me once, you are my bride's Xanax. because every time she thinks that I'm the one there taking care of it, so she relaxes. So, you know, I took it as a compliment. I'm a Xanax.
You always have that day and remember how relaxed they were and there weren't any snafus because you were there to help.
Yes, that's
so,
true.
What should people look for in an event planner if they're seeking one?
You have to like the person you're working with. If you're starting with your event planner, that's going to get you to all the other vendors. That means you have to connect with your event planners. You have to feel comfortable, think the same way, on the same wavelengths, and then because you need to feel comfortable, you need to think, the creativity level has to be on the same level as well. And I have the experience, and I have the unique creativity. I can make your event unique just like you, because you are unique. So this is why that's important when they look for an event planner. They want to look for somebody that's not a copycat, that's somebody that can come up with new ideas to make your event unique.
I'll bet even, besides what they tell you, I'll bet you're so adept at it by now that you can actually sort of read what the bride and groom are all about and sort of say, I think this might be something you would gravitate toward.
Yes, because bride and groom sometimes they have a bit of different ideas. I want to make sure that I can make both their ideas come true, have both of them happy. So yes, you should have this ability of reading what they really want and what they want to achieve and help them come up with that.
So you have this background in art. What made you decide this is what I'm going to do?
When I first came to San Diego, I started helping our local church with fundraising events because we needed to build a church. So once I got into designing the ballroom, I felt like I'm designing a Canva on a 3D. So this is what got me more interested, thinking I'm using my creative abilities this way. From that, I also volunteer at different associations like Grady Children's Hospital. This is another way of me helping, giving back, because you know this is how, yeah, that makes me feel good.
And you do everything from bar mitzvahs to weddings to destination weddings.
Yes, yes. Bar mitzvahs are fun. Bar mitzvahs are themed events. You know, kids have hobbies. They like certain activities, they like certain colors. That can be added to an event and imagine what you can create with those theme, colors, and hobbies.
If we want to know more, tell us your website so we can go and find you.
It's www.eventsbygisele.com.
Gisele Shaloub, thank you so much for coming in today and sharing your beautiful looks at what you do. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Amy.